Hello, welcome to another crystal unboxing video. Today we are going to be unhauling some crystals from Via Crystal Shop, Via Crystal Co. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Okay, so she used to be a part of True North Crystal, but now she has her own shop. Her shop will be linked in the description below in case you want to go check out her stuff, which you should, because awesomeness. I always loved the crystals from True North Crystal, so now there's like two miniature shops from the same sort of people, so cool. Anyways, there's a lot of pieces that you'll notice that I'm not showcasing or unwrapping. That's because they're for my mirrors, so that's not going to be part of my collection anyways. That's why I'm not showing them. Also, it looks like I'm going to be showing them quickly and then just moving on without saying a word. But I am going to, after I've, unwrapped everything, I'm going to come back and showcase all the ones in a little bit more detail, all the pieces. All right, so stay tuned if you're interested in that. So firstly, I am going to show you two things that came in this package that isn't going to be part of my crystal collection, but it is going to be mine that I keep. The first being is this, which is obviously not a crystal. This is a trinket, a charm, a gift that was given to those who helped in the funds of the donation drive that VIA was putting on. And it was for the Indigenous communities who had to leave and evacuate because of the wildfires in Canada. And so those people that helped, donate some of their money, she just, gave whoever did a little charm to say thank you, which is quite sweet and nice of her. Also, I just wanted to point out this too, which is going to be part of my jewelry that I'm wearing. So it's not going to be part of like a later project. So I thought I'd just show you this quickly. What is this? This is Moldavite. It's small, but Moldavite's expensive, and I actually got a good price on this considering it's also silver. Moldavite is glass, but it was due to a meteor impact causing the the sand to liquefy quickly, but then also solidify quickly, like in a split second pretty much from that impact. And so, yeah, it's only found in the Czech Republic. There's not many there's not many left that are just, there. And it's illegal to take. You need a special license and special permits to collect Moldavite from that area. So it's becoming a little bit more dry, as in like not much to find out there right now because of, its high demand, its popularity. So I'm just happy to quickly grab it before it's gone and have some jewelry so I can wear it with me because I love the color and I love this. I just love Moldavite. All right. So I'm going to show you two specimens at once because they are the same mineral, and that are these two Wello opal specimens, A and B. It's a type of precious opal that's mined in Ethiopia. And yeah, definitely a very lovely, well-renowned opal that, is able to absorb water and is considered to be actually more stable than some of the other opals that are precious opals. And this is not my first Wello opal opals that I have gotten. I have two other ones I have gotten previously. But I just really liked the blue tint to both of these. And in this one in particular, which almost has like this yellow dot in the middle of it, and it's like an egg opal. That's what I think of anyways, egg, because it looks like the yolk. But yeah, I love opal, and I thought I'd just pick up a few more. So I've been on a skull kick recently, and I managed to grab a few definitely smaller pieces that are skulls, and the first being is this, which is a rose quartz mini skull. So definitely very mini, but I can't afford like the huge big ones in every mineral existing out there. So I am going to collect a few of the smaller versions, maybe a few big versions, but yeah, I thought might as well pick up a rose quartz because who doesn't love a rosy skull? Rose quartz, I'm pretty sure everyone knows about quartz. Rose quartz is just the inclusions within the quartz causing that rose effect. And that's all I really got to say about that. Following the skull trend, I have this sodalite mini skull. So a little bit bigger than the rose quartz, but still mini in my humble opinion. Sodalite is a part of the feldspathoid group of minerals. And the name is derived from its sodium content. So soda, and sodium salt, right? With sodalite. Yeah, that's where it comes from. That's the name. There's not really much more to say. It's got a Mohs hardness of 6. And sometimes you get like dark varieties of sodalite, which like dark blue. Sometimes it's like a mishmash jumble with pink and yellow mineral content that blotches it. Sometimes you find pyrite within it. This one is cool because it looks almost like a double two-faced, right? You've got your pink blotch right here and your, blue signifier of the sodalite blue right here. And yeah, just kind of cool. Then next I have this flower agate small flame. So I got a flower agate small flame already, but I just really liked this one. Flower agate is just exactly what it sounds like. It's an agate, but looks like there's blooms of flowers within it, from different minerals that are within the agate that was formed around it. Anyway, so yeah, this is not my first little small flame, a flower agate, but Via's favorite crystal ever is flower agate, and she makes them look so good that I saw this and I wanted to grab it. I love the colors, and yeah, flower agate's always good to have. So, following the thought process of the skull family that I've started creating, I have here this Atlantisite mini skull. Definitely bigger, but still mini in size. Usually don't find skulls this mini, but they're out there. And you usually don't find them in Atlantisite, because Atlantisite comes mainly out of Tasmania, Australia. So it's not the most common thing you're going to find out there. Sometimes, it'll be on the market, more often, and then other times you can't find it. So, and it is a little bit pricey, but I love the colors, especially when you can find the vibrant kind, like this one, like this skull, which Atlantisite is made up of two actual different minerals together, right? The green being serpentine and the purple being stitchite, right? And so, yeah, I love it when you can find the nice, vibrant, colored greens and purple variety, because I have a sphere in this, but it's more of a muted green and muted purple. But either way, love this variety, and yeah, thought I'd grab one for my ever-evolving skull family. Now, the last of the skulls that I picked up in this box, that I had in this box, is this pink opal mini skull. So, I showed you opal earlier, and this is also opal. Opal is very interesting because there's different varieties of opal as a mineral. You can get globular type of very watery like opal, which usually you find when you find it, you usually can see that it UV reacts. Sometimes it's got the color that's so yellow that you know that it UV reacts because it's so bright already, and it takes hardly any of the UV light, and it just brilliant shines. Then you have what I showed you earlier, which is Wellow opal, which is part of the precious gem opal variety of opal, right? That there's different places that you can find that type of opal. Sometimes you can find brilliant blue opal and stuff like that. Sometimes it's more white or translucent, but it has that sort of different colored gleam to it and shine. And then you have this variation of opal, which is common opal. So common opal comes in different colors, not just pink, also like blue, green, etc. And yeah, this comes out of, there's two places that you can find pink opal. One comes out of Australia, the other one comes out of Peru. This is the Peruvian opal. It's got all this beautiful pink, sort of very milky kind of look to it, luster to it. And yeah, I just thought it was pretty. I like pink opal. Love the look of it, so I thought I'd pick this one up as well to go alongside my other skull family members. To no one's surprise, next I have this Lodolite small freeform. What is Lodolite? Well, Lodolite is basically just your quartz with mineral inclusions that look like there's a bunch of different galaxies that have been formed within it. So it's just clear quartz or smoky quartz or whatever. Sometimes citrine, very rarely, but sometimes. And inside is like this whole other landscaped world from the mineral inclusions that have, been trapped inside of its growth. Now, I say to no one's surprise because I have a lot of Lodolite in my collection. I love Lodolite because each piece is so unique and different. It comes in a variety of different colors within, and from the different minerals. Sometimes it will UV react, sometimes it won't. I haven't tried to see if this one has reacted or does react, so I can't tell you. about that right now. I will find that out later, figure that out later. But either way, this I would have gotten a ton more if I could, but it can be pricey when it's really great quality, right? This is great quality. As you can see, it is so clear. You could see right through it. There's barely a hint of any, cracks or wisps or nothing, just clarity. And this one's dark and moody, and I absolutely love it. And yeah. Then next is this hemimorphite small tower. So I don't have any hemimorphite carvings, actually. I only have a specimen of hemimorphite with mematite. But I saw this and I just loved the coloring. It was very vibrant, and I loved the little cave. And I just thought I'd pick it up. Because, yeah, this one I think was like the most vibrant out of all of them that were on the live table. And yeah, why not? So next I have this ulexite specimen. I've never had it before. This is my first of this mineral, and it is a selenite. It's a type of selenite, like satin spar is a type of selenite and all that. This ulexite comes in two varieties. This particular and more familiar variety is sometimes called like TV rock crystal because of its natural fiber optic character. As you can see, it enlarges if you put it over something, like it enlarges its features on the opposite side. It also has this like almost like sequence glitter to it, if you know, the way that it just shimmers, or like snow on TV, you know, that white snow, white and black fuzz, you know, if you remember back in the day, if you were around then, if you didn't have it like connected properly to your TV, like it would have that snow look to it. Well, it kind of reminds me of that, and I think that's why they call it like TV rock. But yeah, really cool. Up next, I have this Mookaite medium sphere. So Mookaite jasper medium sphere. This isn't my only Mookaite jasper sphere. I have another one, but I got this because it reminded me of the planet Jupiter. If you can see, yeah, and it's the colors of, you know, Mookaite, but you never really see it sort of blended like this. They got a batch in with a bunch of the colors of Mookaite, but like all swirled together and just really beautiful and really unique. And this one just caught my eye because it looks like Jupiter. So I broke down and bought it. But yeah, so it is coined Mookaite because it is mainly from the place known as Mookaite Station, which is in the Carnarvon Basin in Western Australia. Hopefully I said that right. But yeah, beautiful stone, and I'm glad I picked it up. Then keeping with spheres, I have this banded calcite medium sphere. So I have this type of banded calcite, this orange banded calcite in a large tower, and I just got this because I liked the way it looked. It was like an eyeball or an egg looking at you, or, you know, yoking at you. I don't know. And yeah, and then you got this juicy orange sort of innard section where that just, I mean, look how juicy that looks. That looks like orange, like an orange that you eat. It just, so good. So yeah, just decided that I needed a sphere in this. So next I unwrapped this malachite with chrysocolla growth small cut base. So this isn't my first combination of malachite chrysocolla in my collection. I have a chrysocolla specimen with malachite inclusions and growth, as well as a mini tower of malachite with chrysocolla growth. The reason why I got the cut base was because of the quality of the chrysocolla in this one. It is super high. The vibrancy of the blue and just the thickness and the stable thickness of not chalky chrysocolla, because chrysocolla is still beautiful, but it can be a little chalky, a little unstable, like it might crumble if it's super unstable depending on how it's formed. And the two chrysocollas in my collection, the two pieces, are more pale and a little bit sometimes chalky, depending, you got to be careful with it. But this quality, now this is what you really want to find when you look for Chrysacle and find it, right? That's why I couldn't pass it up and had to get it, was because of the quality is so high of this one. So this next piece is interesting. It is this porcelain jasper medium sphere. So this is my first porcelain jasper in my collection. And what that type is actually like a semi-vitrified clay or shale composed of mullite and other high-temperature silicate and oxide minerals formed from the combustion of metamorphism, so such as forest fires, right? It heats it up, these minerals, and oxidizes them. That's the inclusions within the silicate, the shale and mullet and all that, or mullite. Anyways, so it's got this beautiful taupe kind of coloring with splashes of purple, sometimes white. But yeah, it's due to the oxidization process and the metamorphic sort of combustion process as well, which is just very interesting. Then next I have this calcite specimen. So another calcite specimen. I've got a lot in my collection, but calcite is the type of crystal that has so many variations, forms, colors. It's very common, right? So there's just plenty out there, and there's plenty different kinds out there to collect if you like. This one is obviously a piece of dogtooth. You could tell by the shape and formation of why it's dogtooth, because it looks like a dog's tooth, right? And it's just this sparkly, sort of brownish, taupish, sort of banded. If you actually look in with especially with a flashlight, you could see the bandings inside of the growth, almost like a Fanta, but not quite. And yeah, just really, really pretty. Next, I have a very common but very beautiful agate large sphere. So this is just your regular, everyday agate, but it has green inclusions. Now, I just want to state for the record, I've heard a lot of rumors about green being infused, I guess, man-made, I guess, somehow into the agate to make that green color, that it's like not real, not natural. I don't know where that rumor started from. You also see this with flower agate people. I've heard some people say that it's fake. It's not, it's natural. What it is, it's paratacamite. Paratacamite is what's actually included. It's a natural mineral. You also find this in some gypsums. I have a specimen, gypsum specimen from Poland with it. I also have a halite with it, with inclusions of paratacamite. It's the kind of green cubic variety. I'll show pictures of my two specimens to show you. But that's paratacamite, and that is what's here. So, not fake, it's real, and it's beautiful, and I absolutely love it, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. And my last and final piece that I have to show is this quartz with manganese oxide inclusion specimen. Love it. Now, this variety that I have here, I love the coloring and I love the size, because I have another quartz with manganese oxide inclusion, and the quartz is a little bit bigger, so it's really pretty, but it's not as druzy, right? Because these are very, very small druzy like crystals that you see. The coloring is the oxidization, like that brownish, almost dark brown to black to red. That's the oxidization of the manganese that is included inside of it, right? And because of it being so druzy and small, it just looks almost like fuzzy. Do you know what I mean? Or sugary. Sometimes people refer to it as like sugary. But yeah, this one was like the only one like this with this type of small druzy fuzz or sugar on top. And that is what made me decide to pick that up, because it was just so beautiful. And that's all I have for you for today. So the shop will be in the link in the description below, and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.